my kind of thing. Anyone else want to give it a shot?
Something must have gone down in the Cave of Dragons. That disembodied voice isn't yelling at me when I walk past anymore.
You want me to shovel all that snow? That's too much, man. Right. Go get that snow out of the cave. What do you mean?
Saw a monkey fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier? Maybe I've been up here too long.
Looked like something big was going down. Think it had anything to do with that massive face that appeared in the sky? Nah, probably unrelated.
Yay! Sorry. That didn't sound dignified. I'm in. Yay!
I thought Kunlun had a sound.
There's a crime happening near you. Can you see it? Go teach those guys a lesson.
We may have accepted that so-called terrorism.
In order to halt my inevitable decline into abject poverty, I've repurposed the ferry to uncover hidden treasures. That's a safety feature, to stop illegal salvage work. You don't have any... Whoa! Oh! Guess that's why they installed that safety feature. Well, no more salvaging for me.
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have a inside.
I bet someone will pay a high price for this.
Politics is so boring. It's all, I'm the king now. I was genetically the king. And, no, Lumeria can't be ruled by a human hybrid.
outsider. The giant sword that fell from the sky. A good or bad omen, you think?
I believe Kang's reign could finally be coming to an end. Being so close to the city has led to some peculiar objects ending up down here. What possible use could an orb of metal have? Flushed away. Amateur mistake. I believe Kang's reign could finally be coming to an end.
Who knew that the tentacles of giant sea creatures poking out of the ground would be such a recurring issue? The giant sword that fell from the sky. A good or bad omen, you think? The only air breather I care for is that shouty man who wants to melt the polar ice caps, and only because it means more territory for us.
We may have accepted payment from that so-called television host, but we don't need to trust him.
Lemurians generally prefer not to involve themselves in the affairs of air breathers.
Did the Avengers really let themselves be flushed away? Amateur. Kang's reign could finally be coming to an end.
The giant sword that fell from the sky. A good or bad omen, you think?
So I said to her, "So shallow."
Who knew that the tentacles of giant sea creatures poking out of the ground would be such a recurring issue?
Being so close to the city has led to some peculiar objects ending up down here. What possible use could an orb of metal have? We may have accepted payment from that so-called television host, but we don't need to trust.
Time to prove my heroic.
How on it is.
Politics is so boring. It's all, I'm the king now. I was genetically engineered to be the king. And no, Lumeria can't be ruled by a human hybrid. Or, I have an ancient magic crown and I should be king. Yar. Such strange new visitors.
The giant sword that fell from the sky. A good or bad omen, you think?
Being so close to the city has led to some peculiar objects ending up down here. What possible use could an orb of metal have? I believe Kang's reign could finally be coming to an end.
Outsider.
So-called television host, but we don't need to trust him. Being so close to the city has led to some peculiar objects ending up down. What possible use could an orb of metal have?
I wonder if fathers reprimand ill-behaved daughters on them. Probably right. Otherwise, they'd stay.
Good card today. I believe Kang's reign could finally be coming to an end.
Issue.
Did the Avengers really let themselves be flushed away?
Yay! Sorry. That didn't sound dignified.
Maybe you've already seen it, but some trouble is going down near where you are.
Such strange new visitors.
Hey there! We're testing out a new game show concept, and we're looking for bright-eyed, bushy-tailed participants to see if the idea is worth pursuing. Interested? We're planning to call the game Catch the Seashell, even though focus testing tells us that that name is terrible and doesn't work as a real pun. Mind you, all this is moot unless I can figure out how to get inside the big bubble here. Any bright ideas? I don't think you should be
The giant sword that fell from the sky.
I knew there was nothing to worry about. All of this stuff is as sturdy as my career. Oh, that's actually supposed to be harder to open. Oh well. Huh. Looks like we're about ready to go. Step inside the dome to get started. I'll just fix up this sign we had made with the scoring rules, and then we'll be good to go.
It really is better down where it's wetter.
Hi, and welcome to the hip new sensation that, as of yet, has not quite swept the nation. Catch the Seashell. Let's not bother meeting today's contestants since nobody really cares, and instead, just get on with the show. The aim of the game is simple. Grab seashells, score points. Score enough points in the time limit, win a potentially fabulous prize. On my whistle.
I hear we do not have the greatest of reputations.
Today's winners, who identify as female, will receive a mirror that when you look into it, you see yourself as an old woman. All male identifying winners receive a beard comb. Hold off on that temptation to slip and faceplant until we get the camera crew in. It'll look great in the title sequence montage for the show.
The giant sword that fell from the sky. A good or bad omen?
Originally, there were going to be red shells as well. But after the underwater aspect and the transparent dome aspect and the increasingly mounting insurance costs, we decided, why complicate things?
Being so close to the city has led to some peculiar...
Congratulations! You're now officially the first ever winner of Catch the Seashell. Normally, we'd give you the prize we promised here, but while the show's in the trial phase, we only have these substitute prizes. Still, better than nothing, right? Want to try again? Just step out and in again. It's a whole system. Best not to ask.
So I said to him, there's something very fishy about that story.
Did the Avengers really let themselves be flushed away? Amateur mistake. I have to know what's in there.
Good day.
Good current today. close to the city has led to some peculiar objects ending up down here. What possible use could an orb of metal have? I much preferred our isolation. I believe Kang's reign could finally be coming to an end. Politics is so boring. It's all, I'm the king now. I was genetically engineered to be the king. And no, Lumeria can't be ruled by a human hybrid. Or, I have an ancient magic crown and I should be king. Yawn. Apparently, there's something very intriguing in that cave. But the merman decided to close it up. So there is a person who can open it up, just as the prophecy foretold. But no doubt the anti-Lumerian enchantments yet hold. I can't use this? Well, nobody's perfect.
So I said to him, there's something really fishy about that story. To which he responded, I was telling you about my...
Very interesting. But don't you feel compelled to bring it out here, maybe? A little closer to me, Did the Avengers really let themselves... What are you doing? The seer made no mention of this! Where did it go?
It's just common courtesy that we speak the same language as our guests.
You interfering fool! Stop that this instant!
Seems off today.
It disappeared again?
The only air breather I care for is Shouting Man.
My magic appears to be well suited to
All right. Gently this time. Oh!
something for my next session of magical studies, perhaps?
So it is what I thought it was. I'll, take this off your hands. For safety reasons, it's clearly not safe with you, that much is for certain. Lumeria welcomes you.
Most valuable item. I should take great care of it.
It's just common courtesy that we speak the same language as our guests.
Being so close to the city has led to some peculiar objects ending up down here. What possible use could an orb of metal have?
Something for my next session of magic.
This is a safety feature, not a circus.
Every setback is a chance to learn. Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Bad stuff happening. Dead ahead. Is it Kang? Whoever it is, we can't let them get away with it.
Hey! Sorry. That didn't sound dignified. You wanna think about what you're doing? No.
Skills as the living weapon may be needed here. Huh? My training in Kunlun didn't prepare me for this.
Nice. But I guess it'd be worth more in its original packaging.
someone will pay a high price for this.
Where could I go?
Oh, such an unpleasant climate. I will be glad to return to the area.
How fares your aim? Perhaps you might mount the cannon and grant us a demonstration.
Where could I go? Ugh. The wretched heat of this volcano confounds me. I long to relocate to a cooler climate, maybe even the coldest climate. So long as it's not too crowded, I require peace to do my thinking. Dost thou know of any place that matches these criteria? Well, where dost thou recommend? The mountains of Kunlun. But of course! There I can enjoy the biting cold and have the quiet to reflect on how much I loathe that volcano. I must away at once. My gratitude to you.
I was most humbled when they offered the position of cannon guard. I have adored cannon since I was a boy. I cannot get enough of them. You are unstoppable at the helm of a cannon. Please, grace us with another display soon. Things were going downhill in Asgard long before Surtur. For one thing, my preferred brand of armor polish was discontinued.
Odin will be most displeased, I did.
I am ill at ease performing in this Ethernet food preparation charade while the city is in the midst of Ragnarok.
Yes, you made that quite clear when you broke the camera. You did give your word, though.
I didst give thou my word.
repairs coming, guys. Oh, looks like we can get started. I'm a Midgardian.
And I am an Asgardian.
And this is
the Forget the Takeaway. It's time to cook real food in a web show.
Today we're joined by a special guest, a real-life Asgardian from the hidden realm of Asgard.
I was deceived into giving my word and am now indentured until the end of this recording session.
Tremendous! Today, we're taking a look at creating a traditional gold brick roast while paying special attention to the cultural requirements of the Asgardian diet so our guest here feels well at home.
Before Ragnarok, this was my home. Now, in the aftermath, it is ever more apparent that everything I once knew is gone.
So there's no specific things you can't eat then?
Gluten is iffy.
Well, as soon as the fridge turns up, we'll get cooking, just like Andrimnir would himself.
Actually, Andrimnir was a rather limited chef, capable only of preparing the same dish night after night. His title, God of Cooking, is naught but a cruel joke.
While we wait, why not purchase your own the Forget the Takeaway, It's Time to Cook Real Food in a Web Show apron from our high-quality website designed by my nephew. Although we can allude to it, we can't show you the apron or the website for legal reasons, as our rivals own the broadcast rights to it.
Is all Midgardian law so contrived?
Mainly copyright law.
Bad stuff happening. Dead ahead. Is it Kang? Whoever it is, we can't let them get away with it.
Delicious Asgardian ingredients sourced straight from the heartland of Asgard. Let's take a moment to savor and appreciate their beauty before we chuck them all in the blender.
This blender you speak of, I do not see it.
That's because, despite your appointed role as goddess of unpacking recently purchased kitchen appliances, you've neglected to unpack our recently purchased kitchen appliance.
I see. 100,000 apologies. The instructions provided here are insufficient, filled with pictograms with nary a word in sight. I cannot do this.
So, esteemed guest, any fun vacations planned?
Most Asgardian holiday destinations have been recently closed off to me due to lava. Could you recommend any Midgardian destinations?
I'm told Tahiti is a magical place.
How amusing. The Kree speak poorly of it.
And now, to move our concoction into the hot fires of the end of the world for...
I was led to believe we were using some manner of sponsored Midgardian device to generate heat in this escapade.
I'm gonna edit you saying that out of this. For 30 minutes at 1,832 degrees Fahrenheit, or thereabouts.
Must we really wait 30 minutes?
Nah, nobody waits that long for a cake these days.
Cake? Not roast?
Nobody's paying attention. It's fine. Et voila! The perfect dessert for your Asgardian-themed dinner party. Serves 12.
Is this webinet of yours really willing to tolerate such drivel as this?
Oh, they'll watch anything on there.
Look! A person! I
I think. Oh, look! A person, I think.
Hello. We flew this drone in from London during the convergence for hidden observation purposes. But everyone seems to be gone now, so we came out of hiding.
Make way for the Star-Spangled Man with a plan.
I have to say I've been a tad lonely. I'm not supposed to come out of this control room until the mission's complete, but it's been like 4 or 5 years. Did those guys forget about me? I heard someone say Asgard had shifted into another reality. I wish I'd seen who'd said that. But hey-ho!
Get me out of here.
I might be getting some more interference this side than I thought. Could have sworn that structure wasn't there before. Oh, where did that spring from? Is this that timey-wimey nonsense I've been hearing about?
Not exactly my kind of thing. Anyone else want to give it a shot?
Mayday! Mayday! Going down! Tell my mum
Wait, what am I flapping about? I'm not actually there. Well, no point me sticking around here. I'm off to talk to a real person.
Oh! Thanks for getting me out of that jam, true believers.
My fellows are in dire need of rescue. Might I request your aid? The effects of Ragnarok and this villainous plot by Kang has left Asgard in a state of ruin, and many of my fellow Asgardians stranded across the lava. I would attempt to rescue, but I fear those stones will not support the weight of 2, and they lack the bravery to jump across the lava on their own. Please, you must aid me in awakening the warriors' hearts within them. We must make them leap. My attempts to inspire or goad them into jumping have failed, but there must be some way to influence them.
It's all right, Lady Siri. I will just wait here. How long does flowing lava take to solidify anyway? A month or 2?
The effects of Ragnarok, I would attempt to... waiting. It is time to take matters into my own hands. What sorcery is this? Apologies. In my life... Sorry to keep you waiting, Lady Sif. Well done. Now quickly, rescue the others. Your brave actions this day shall be recorded in the Asgardian history books. If there are any that haven't been burned to ashes, that is. It's no use! I have forgotten how to leap! And I used to be such a good leaper! I can feel the power of the leap return to me! Those stones will not hold forever. You must hurry. Oh! I have somehow leapt to safety! Now to leap home and never go outside again! You work swiftly, my friend, but we cannot rest yet.
1,000 apologies, Lady Sif. Boiling lava is my second greatest fear. After public speaking. Ha-ha! Boiling lava, schmoiling schmava, let us do this.
You must act swiftly, or they shall surely fall.
Oh, phew! And that puts an end to that palaver. Oh, I think I might faint.
Only one remains. Hurry and save them.
My legs seem to have taken the form of a wobbling, dessert-like substance. My legs! They move on their own. Well, I trust they know what they do.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
Solid ground. 1,000 thank yous, legs.
It would seem that all my fellows have found their way back to solid ground. Thank you, great sorcerer. Without the aid of your strange powers, they would have surely met with a grim fate. Asgard and I are ever in your debt. Perhaps you would allow me to repay your kindness by fighting at your side.
Something for my next session of magical studies, perhaps?
Hey, buddy, help a fella out? So I had a, shall we say, eventful night last night. One that involved my bike getting the teensiest, tiniest bit destroyed by an angry gang. I've been looking to pick up a new one, but everyone I ask about it just screams and runs away. Think maybe it's the flaming head? Hey, your head ain't on fire. Or at the very least, not as on fire. You think maybe you could grill some of these locals about where to find a good bike? Thanks! Somebody around here's gotta know where I can find a bike which suits my awesome style. You know, skulls and flames and, you know, that stuff.
On my recent travels, I happened upon a merchant selling majestic two-wheeled carriages, black as night, which leave flames in their wake. I wish to return there, but its location eludes my memory. How vexing.
Have you had the chance to venture to the saloon in the Old West? When last I visited, the drinksmith told me there shall soon be mechanical men performing songs. Such whimsy. I was told Asgard was a lovely place to visit, but it's, rather worse for wear. I'll be having a word with my travel agent when I get back to Manhattan. Hello? Dost thou remember me? I moved here from Manhattan. Thanks for the suggestion, man. This place is great.
A peculiar man with a head of flame is said to have been seen roaming these parts. If you see him, be wary. He could well be in league with that fiend, Ragnarok.
I just can't get enough of this heat. Oh, I'm making up for lost time and putting another jacket on.
You have returned to man the cannon? Please, by all means.
There's a crime happening near you. Can you...
The city of many colors across the dusty arena is a most beguiling place. Indeed, my travel companion was quite enchanted by what the merchant near the tall spire had on display. Perhaps I should return to purchase one of those strange contraptions for him.
I feel so lost without a bike. A Ghost Rider found out anything useful yet? Sounds like something in Nueva York. Could be useful, if we knew for definite what the place was selling. That sounds promising. Just need to know where that merchant is. All right, think we got ourselves a lead. An awesome bike shop in Nueva York. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head on over there.
I wonder if Lady Sif ever rescued those poor souls adrift.
Gotta cut through here to get to Nueva York. Just hope we don't run into any trouble. Trying to get between me and my new bike, huh? Big mistake.
I had no idea what I was doing anyway.
That was a little embarrassing.
That's those guys taken care of. On we go. All this walking really ain't my style. Ugh, think I got sand in my shoe. You guys couldn't wait until after I picked up my bike to jump us? this is Nueva York. Now, where was that bike shop again? Man, I hate walking. I forgot how much I hate walking. I just want to ride! Is, this the place?
I was never in this much danger before, Chronopolis.
And is that? Huh? Huh. Well, this ain't quite what I was expecting. And I somehow doubt this thing is packing much in the way of horsepower, but, I do like the color, so I guess it'll do for now. If nothing else, it beats walking, right? Anyway, thanks for helping me out. You're ever in a jam? Give me a call, though I, may not be able to get there too fast on this thing.
Interesting specimen. Shame, I've probably got about 1 million of these at home.
Hi.
The bad guys sure are keeping us busy. Can you take care of the incident near you?
Odin will be most displeased. I did not foresee this. I fear I am deserving of Odin's wrath for not warning him of Kang's nefarious plan. The villain must have schemed beyond my view to create this twisted land he calls a kingdom, and to allow Asgard to be drawn into this chaos. This failing weighs heavy on me, but I will atone for this error by defending Asgard in its time of need. I will prove my worth by driving the enemies of my king from this land. Although, if you could perhaps lend me your aid, just as a precaution, I would be ever in your debt. Very good. Then let us prepare for battle. I sense our enemies in this direction. Any moment now, they will appear. Stay vigilant. Might I request that you keep the noise to a minimum? This requires my full concentration. Perhaps it was nothing. Allow me to try again. Yes. Asgard's enemies surely advance from this direction. Hold firm, friend. They must be biding their time, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. I understand your frustration, but please refrain from fidgeting so much back there, friend. Another red herring. Perhaps this is more of Kang's trickery. This time I'm sure of it. The enemies approach from this way any moment now. Just be patient. It sounds as though you're waging your own war back there. Did a bee happen by? There seem to be more of them since we came to Chronopolis. Nothing. Again. It seems there are no enemies here after all. Could my vision truly be this mistaken? Or perhaps the very thought of our heroic vigilance has caused them to turn tail and flee. At any rate, Asgard is safe, for now at least. Though we failed to meet any actual combat, somehow I feel your presence alone has been a tremendous boon to me. So for that, you have my thanks. Should you ever have need for it, my blade is yours to command.
Interesting specimen. Shame, I've probably got about 1 million of these at home.
I've just noticed a strange woman appear in Asgard. Be careful. She looks dangerous.
My own realm is presently beyond my reach, so I will accept the crown of this one for the time being. Ah, the first of my new loyal souls. Come to me, and we shall return to Helheim together. My touch will send the bravest of Asgardians to Valhalla. To resist is mere folly. You show much courage in facing me. A trait I value in members of the Helheim army. I shall wear you down.
Another grunt, and this one's a doozy. Think you can get to it?
Why delay the inevitable? You will be mine. My touch reaches all immortals. Mortals are mere annoyances. Memento Mori.